Welcome. Hi, thank you for joining us at the 2025 LCPL Short Story Contest Award Ceremony for middle school and high school students. This is the first year it's called that, so if you all know what It's All Right is, this is the same thing, just a different label. My name is Morgan Fry. I'm head of teen services at the Gum Spring Library. So every year we are lucky enough to read hundreds of stories by our middle and high school students in the area. This year we read mysteries, where even the murderers didn't realize they'd killed. We read fantasies, where young royals fought to make their kingdoms better. We read horrors, where people fled for their lives in haunted woods. And we read stories about the real world, with all of its dangers and all of its wonders. The students who submitted stories to this competition are relentlessly creative, endlessly funny, and painfully poignant. I definitely cried this year. Enthusiasm filled each submission with life and let us readers exist in an alternate world just for a little bit. So without further ado, I've got a lot of folks to thank. So first, thank all of you for the students who submitted. Your work really gives us life. Thank you to your family, your friends, and your teachers for helping you to develop language and writing skills to share your vision. Thanks to Trailside Middle School for hosting it this year. Yay. Thanks to the LCPL admin team for helping to make this contest successful through promotion, facilitating our award ceremony, and shaping the submission process. And thank you also to the entire LCPL Teen Services staff who read every single story, sometimes more than once. And thank you to our guest judge, Nathan Leslie, for giving us guidance on judging and helping us to rank our favorites, a feat that we're never able to do without expert help. Thank you especially to the James Horton for the Arts Trust Fund and the Loudon Library Foundation for supporting this contest from the very first year that we did this. This year, I'm very proud to announce our guest author, Monica Saigal. Monica combines the art of cooking and storytelling in short stories, cookbooks, journalism, poetry, and even podcasting. She's lived in India, the Middle East, and the DC area. She's attended Bangalore University, Lynchburg College, and George Washington University. Her cultural and culinary expertise makes her writing rich and worth reading, or tasting if you want to try out some of her renowned recipes. And with that, I'll let Monica tell you a little bit more about writing and her journey as a storyteller before we announce our winners today.
All right, so the honorable mentions for the middle school, let's do this. The Song of Souls by Alexandra Kelder. The Tale of Two Kings by Eric Nordijk. The Haunted by Mason Duan. Whispers of the Hollow by Arisha Taparia. And finally, The Hunter by Nathan Kim. So now we're going to go to the middle school winning stories. We'll start with fifth place. Some of these are so fascinating. A gruff Doberman found me cowering in his dumpster home. Fortunately, he had a soft spot and he decided to help me. His name was Ravel, and he had a long, thick scar running from his back all the way to his eyes. He taught me how to snag meat from the butcher's food stand and how to walk without anyone hearing me. He'd tell me stories about each of his injuries, but one he didn't touch on was the one about his scar. Echo Zhang. Echo, are you here? I hear an echo. Echo, echo. Okay. Going one, going twice. All right, the next one is the fourth place middle school. England picked her head up and looked out the window. A jolly spring sun broke through the clouds, lighting up the nearby playground. A young boy swung from the monkey bar to monkey bar like a jungle explorer swinging from wine to wine.
A helpless baby fell in the sand pit, like a lost and forgotten sailor who gave up trying to survive. A girl about 9 years old kicked her legs back and forth on the swing. Her face was harsh and determined, like a knight about to fight a deadly dragon. England smiled, a memory growing as clear as a polished window in her mind. Just beautiful. Our Fearless Explorer by Alice Holz Richter. Congratulations, well done. All right, third place, middle school. Northridge Middle School is one of the 20 schools in the district of Treestock County. It's a regular, run-down middle school with rumors of an extremely terrible lunch menu. I think this is global. As I slowed down my bike, I could see a large football field, a basketball court with no nets hanging from the hoops, and a track surrounding a plain soccer field. I perked up when I saw it, but the moment died down. My father had taught me everything he knew about soccer, and he trained me like those special academy coaches train their players. I was a natural at it, so he signed me up for the county soccer club. At first, I was in my prime, taking in the pleasure of belonging to an official club. When my father got sick, though, my mother told me I should spend more time with him. Fingers Crossed by Caleb Richet. Congratulations, well done. All right, second place, middle school. Yes, what is this place? Forget that. How can I get out of this place? The brown rat demands. The black rat inspects its claws. Easy. Red or blue? What? The black rat looks up at the former. You just walk down this hallway, and then you will have to make a decision between choosing the red path or the blue path. It could lead to the exit, but it could also lead to something else. The Edge of the Universe by Ahana Shastri.
Propelling herself back into the air, she fought against the morning breeze, carrying herself up into the azure sky. Its immeasurable boundaries, dotted with white, illuminated the flower-filled face. The little bee looked down upon the bursts of color below. Ruby red roses, elegant violets, lace pink lilies by the pond, sunny marigold, bushy hydrangeas. Swooping down, she could see fuzzy bees from her colony, all similarly fruitless. The colony was starved, as the flowers were already sucked dry of their sweet nectar. She sighed. We'll need to expand soon. The winner is Beyond the Meadow by Navya Srivastava.
Okay, high school honorable mentions. The Rain Will Fall by Lucy Panning. A Purloined Princess by Elizabeth Briggs. The Modern Romance by Meg Bales. The Sojourner by Hannah Stein. And Tracks of Change by Srilasya Pulavarapu. Here we go, fifth place, high school. Hi, Anna, she exclaimed with jittery speed, drumming her fingers on the glass as she spoke. I know you said not to bother for any more diving missions and to just get Kate or Jonah to do it, but no, I cut her off mid-ramble. Out of the 7 workers stationed here, Reese was the lab's resident marine life researcher who had a habit of getting overly excited over small findings. If she discovered so much as a new type of algae, she would beg the divers to get her 50 more samples. She dressed as eccentrically as she acted too, with a nose chain across her face and her dark brown hair in a braided jellyfish haircut. I told you, it's not my job. I'm a mechanic, not a bacteria hunter. Besides, it's late and the water's freezing cold. The Cloud of Discovery by Maggie Libby. All right, fourth place, here we go. I was never good at party games. There always seemed to be some sort of strategy that I could never understand, especially with the truth or dare. Because if too many people pick truth, it starts to get boring. And if you pick truth when the person before you picked it, then everybody will call you the R-rated version of a scaredy cat. Picking dare is risky though, because if the wrong person chooses your dare, you can end up in big trouble just like me. In my case though, maybe truth would be better, because Patrick is known to give insane dares. But then, Tessa picked truth before me, and I don't want... Cameron, hurry up! Margot's empty plastic bottle smacked the back of my head, startling me out of my thoughts. It was a dare by Emily Tarazi. Emily? I dare you, Emily. Okay. All right, third place high school. Are you okay? Alder, my brother, asked. His brown hair was flopping into his eyes. He needed a haircut. He had a tendency to ignore things like that when he got obsessive. You have the most bizarre expression on your face. I'm just thinking, I said. His almond eyes hardened. Well, think less, and let's practice more. We have only 4 days left till the orchestra audition. It's of utmost importance that we focus. The Stradivarius Society by Gwyneth Mayo. Congratulations, Gwyneth. All right. Here we go, second place, high school. This is just beautiful. The wind howled, whipping the sea into a frenzy of churning waves that crashed relentlessly against the cliffs. Above it all, a solitary lighthouse stood, its beams sweeping across the darkened oceans, searching, watching. Inside the small cramped quarters of the lighthouse, Thomas O'Neill paced restlessly, his brow furrowed in concentration as he glanced constantly at the logbook lying open on the table. The ink smudged from the moisture hanging thick in the air. The flame of the lamp flickered in rhythm with the storm outside, casting his face into a shadow. Just beautiful. The Lighthouse Keepers by Anshu Imani. All right, here we go. First place, high school. I love the title of this. Welcome to Entitlement Incorporated. Organizing your crimes since 2398. My name is Amicus. How may I assist you today? Delia, Amicus' supervisor, gave him an approving nod before strutting away to her next employee. Amicus immediately slouched down in his cubicle and double-tapped the side of his glasses to take the call off speakerphone. Hi, I'd like to meet with an advisor. The woman had a high 10 stone, like a tedious tightrope that she might topple from at any moment. Of course. Have you filled out an entitlement request form? Amicus asked, trying to hold back a yawn. The title of the story is Entitlement Incorporated by Clara Bloom.
Thank you all for everyone who came here tonight. We did make a little mistake with some of the certificates, so you're going to want to check to make sure your name is on it properly. Come check with us if it's wrong. Thank you to everyone who submitted a story. We host this competition every single year. So if you didn't win this year, or even if you're graduating, please make sure to submit your writing every year, because we do also include this for adults. We would like to take a picture with all the authors who received an award tonight. So if that's you, please stick around here up on the stage. Otherwise, we've got cupcakes, book signings in the lobby. Help yourself, and as always, keep writing. Thank you.